Woo woo. This is the Christrodamus episode, ladies and gentlemen. Just letting you know I called all of this. I
Is
called
that
that.
what, is that what you predict?
Yeah.
What he
I
predicts.
called Bucks and 6. I called that.
Yeah, he did. Go check the tape, y'all.
Quick,
So,
tell us what you think the Cowboys are going to do this season.
Oh, that don't count. That don't count. Matter of fact, let me start by saying this.
But it wasn't because I didn't know. I just knew too much.
They won't get us for this.
Does that make me crazy? But it wasn't because I didn't know. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy?
Hey, y'all. What is the very definition of crazy or insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again,
Expecting different results.
Yep.
Exactly. COVID-19 cases are on the rise again. Also, there was a shooting just outside of Major League Baseball's Washington National Park last week with multiple people being struck by bullets, including a Nationals ballpark employee. You heard about that, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
violence in the city is getting just terrible. We're talking about DC. Once was the nation's or the murder capital of the country, but hopefully.
Well, remember what that area used to be before they.
No.
Yeah. Look. I got one word for you. Tracks.
Still the same inhabitants. Yeah. Okay. Is it just me, or does Britney Spears look like a cheerleader on speed in those videos she keeps posting of her dancing? I think it's her. Hey, Chris B, do you remember how duct tape was used for taping down loose cables?
Yeah.
Well, now it's mostly being used in the not so friendly skies on unruly passengers.
Yeah. I saw that. She was locked duct tape down.
I'm like, what?
Chill.
Shorty was like, can you rewind that? Did I see what I just saw? I said, yeah, you saw what you just saw.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
She was like, like this. This is getting wild out here, man. I can't even make it up anymore, man. It's just getting too crazy. And now, I guess, Adele told British rapper Skepta, well, he's actually African, but British, found someone like you in Hello from the Other Side. Because rumor has it that she's rolling in deep with Rich Paul.
Our team continues to win.
And they have set fire to the rain. And at the top of the day, it isn't what it isn't, fam. The word of this episode is, check this out, y'all, hobosexual. This is a vagabond thought.
Oh, I know. Sleeps with multiple women to find a place so he can have his place to stay.
Hobosexual, that's what they call him. R.I.P. Marcel Theo Hall, aka Biz Markie, the clown prince of rap, who passed away last week at 57 years young, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it was sad.
R.I.P.
Can you feel it? Nothing can save you, but this is the season of catching the baby.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
To tell you how to spread it throughout my crew.
And of course,
you got what I need.
taking me back.
But you say he's just a friend.
He was wearing that Howard sweater in that video.
Yeah. You know, he used to live right up the street. He's in Mitchellville. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. How guys just go so young, man. You know, because 57 is young.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, y'all. Like I said, at the top of the day, it isn't what it isn't, fam. That's what it is. But, you know, we tend to move on somehow when these things happen. And we realize that, you know, it's life, man. Nothing's guaranteed. You can be here 1 minute, next minute you're gone. So you got to make the most of it while you're here. So we're saying that. Hey. What's popping, baby? Check it out, y'all. Age is just a number, but maturity is a choice. Y'all know that, right? Because a lot of people acting like, you know, they brand new out here. I'm like, yo, you got to catch up, mustard. You know, times are calling. So, you know, I'm going to put you on like this.
Who was you to be asking me questions? I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
Yes, I do. Hey, GPS fam, familia. This is another short story from Uncle Firefly. Love can be a permanent state, but infatuation can only be temporary. Remember that. Have y'all heard of this classic movie, Breakfast at Tiffany's? Okay, for y'all who haven't, you got to Google it. Chris B, you got to Google it.
I heard of it.
You heard of it, but you never saw it. It's an old movie. You know, it might seem kind of boring, but, you know, just the title. Well, I'll call this one Breakfast No Longer at Tiffany's. Back in the day, you know, I say back in the day, I went to a temporary staffing agency to seek gainful employment in North Carolina. I almost call the city out because then they can pinpoint what I'm about to say. And I was interviewed by this gorgeous sister, but she happened to be married, so I didn't push up on her, y'all. She passed my number on to one of her eligible homegirls, though. Well, her friend named Tiffany ended up calling me later that same day. But here's the kicker, y'all. It was against company policy to take an applicant's info and pass it on to another, someone else for personal use. Anyway, we had a great conversation on the phone, and she made me promise not to snitch on her or her buddy who interviewed me. I obliged. She invited me over for dinner for our first date, which was blind because in 1997, there were no camera phones or social media back then. You were rolling the dice. Skitty caca, bitch. So I went with the flow and I hooked up with Tiff. Tiff ended up being finer than her co-worker that interviewed me, y'all. But she was 730, aka psycho. It's not a myth, y'all. The crazies usually got that good.
The correlation is true.
It's so true.
I'm definitely aware.
When I arrived at her crib, she was wearing a white bodysuit. All right. It's normal nowadays, but back then, before this Me Too movement and cancel culture, it was going down expeditiously, and it did. And for the record, she was the aggressor, and I was just a willing participant. However, after months later of entangling with Psycho Tiff, y'all gonna see why I call her Psycho Tiff, in a jealous rage one night, she held me at knife point because she didn't want me to go out of town for a few days. Who does that? And this was our serpent in a rainbow moment. Google serpent in a rainbow if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a famous movie from back in the 80s. Well, at the top of the day, I ended up being a certified hostage negotiator.
Of course.
And after a few more rendezvous with Psycho Tiff, I did what any reasonable person would do. I vanished. I didn't ghost her though, but I zombied that bitch. Which means the situation was dead to me, but after I put that thing on her, I raised her self-esteem up from the grave in the process. You know how it goes. It's not you. It's me.
It's me.
I'm sure she's out there terrorizing someone else. Sometimes it's just, it isn't what it isn't. This was crazy, y'all. I'm like, I'm just going out of town. You trying to cut me up over that?
Damn. Female Jeffrey Dahmer.
Hopefully she don't try to eat me. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, though. Oh, yeah. That make me crazy. We're back like the Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxford, California. Yeah, boy, Flavor Flav, the Kardashian curse, and the Milwaukee Bucks in the winner's circle after winning the NBA championship during a 50-year hiatus. For Pete's sake, can we stop following and making Christy Teigen relevant? Now, this is really getting on my nerves.
Man.
Okay. Why you ask? Because the only reason she is given much attention to is because she's riding the coattails of her husband, the very extremely talented John Legend. I mean, what has she done of any great significance except for maybe being a brief modeling career and a TV career, maybe?
Yeah, judge on.
Right, that's it.
Shows, yeah.
I'm tired of these pseudo celebrities hitching their wagons to their famous spouses for a longer shelf life. Go sit your ass down somewhere. We rarely see or hear from Stedman now, do we? And and last I checked, you can't sing a lick either or write any lyrics. All you do is stay on social media, tweeting your twit. Bye, Felicia. Okay. Let the hype, but not hoopla, begin again, my friends. This episode is off the press and the net. So go ahead and smack that red button to subscribe and smush that notification bell. Then you can like and share this content with others. And it's spelled GUERRILLA podcast sports by way of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more platforms to come in the very near future. Take the extra mile and see how lonely but rewarding it is. Like I said, let's get it. Keeping it centennial, celebrating the years, but that means keeping it 100 without celebrating the years. To have to handle, to go to hold, what's poppin'? And greetings to our listeners and viewers, often imitated but never ever duplicated. We are Guerrilla Podcast Sports, also known as GPS, with the segments E.or that features island picks and clean sweeps, because as you can see, we are peeps. The Grapevine, the NFC East Chronicles, all on the 500-pound gorilla in the zoo. Look, we're not here trying to reinvent the wheel, but we just don't want to wait over 100 years before we place him at the bottom of a suitcase. And we sent a man to the moon prior to rolling luggage. So let's keep it moving, because we got to give the people what they want and what they need, you dig? And this is how we're going to do it. And now, starting as wise man, my ancient brother who bleeds the other colors of burgundy and gold, the mathematical whiz born and raised in the DMV, but now podcast just outside the still city of Pittsburgh, PA. Our man, Peter Dubz.
What it do? Who said names never hurt?
Somebody, not me. And now, podcasting from his DJ booth at Fishtails in Ocean City, Maryland, while leading the youth movement, an Eagles and Lakers fan from Day Uno, music producer and DJ AKA KOTJ, creating masterpieces on the lab and on the wheels of steel. But like a modern day power forward, he dropped jewels and dimes all the time with inside scoops and solid picks. As a great podcaster with a tremendous upside, our man Chris B AKA Christrodamus. You got something to say?
I called that.
Yes, he did.
I thought he's gonna Jerome it. I thought he was gonna be like, taping it up.
And now, short stick doing this while repping the Wizards and Cowboys Nation for now. Podcasting from his sports lab in Prince George's County, Maryland, acting as a restaurant, club, and bar owner during the COVID era, filling in as a waiter, cook, bartender, DJ, and who tweets not as a twit. Yours truly, Uncle P. So, if you are seeking in Splorm talk that is never outdated, from the griot trio that aren't just grasping for straws because we have facts, then your sports GPS has delivered you to the right location. So huddle up and gather some of this sports info and knowledge with spectacular vernacular on another episode of the 500-pound gorilla in the zoo. What it do, familia? What it do? How y'all doing out there, man?
Yeah, we good.
Lovely.
We've been on a little hiatus, but we're gonna get back to it right here on GPS, baby. GPS, that's what I said. I got it right the first time. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have your helmets and full metal jackets on, because guerrilla warfare is all about the ambush. Hey. That's my man, Raj. No, not Raj. Dwayne. Dwayne from What's Happening. Y'all, let's start with this Giannis and LeBron comparisons already, because I believe it's just another case of fans having short memory spans.
Yes.
And professional sport leagues have alcohol sponsorships, right? But demonize athletes and fans when things go wrong after getting lit up with their products. I'm rolled too tight. You can't pull me. No.
Yeah.
Hey, GPS fan. In the last episode, I asked why is Cat, K-A-T, Karl Anthony Towns, not on the U.S. Olympic team. And after some research, I found out that Cat has dual citizenship with the U.S. and DR, Dominican Republic. And he declined the invitation to play for the U.S. Olympic team. So basically, if not for Anthony Towns' parents having him in America, we would be down to just Anthony Davis and Jared Allen. Or was that big man? It ain't looking good, y'all. But I'll let Chris B talk about that later. Okay, someone needs to start a big man clinic, like I said, in the U.S., period. They got to. If they don't, we're going to be left further behind. You already see what's happening in the Olympics. Real quick, the Professional Team Name Association. We're going to go with you first, Dubz. Lakers.
Bye-bye.
Chris B, Bucks.
It was just one victory.
Okay. Dubz, Nets.
Next year's champs.
Gotta agree with you on that. Chris B, Suns.
8th seed.
Interesting. Okay. Dubz, the Washington Football Werewolves.
Man.
Woo, the werewolves. I gotta help y'all out there. Just throw something out there. All right. Chris B. You ready? Cowboys.
Not winning the division.
Dubz, Cowboys.
Zeke who?
Okay, they got jokes already. All right. Here is the rundown for the top picks of this episode. The NFL top stories with the look at around the league. NFC East Chronicles, Chris B Ballin with the NBA news and finals updates. MLB's Dubz, doubles, and double plays. The Grapevine. Kicking it with Uncle P, soccer scores and updates. This episode's Crash Dummy or Dummies, some Eat Out or, and the joke or jokes of the episode. So let's kick it right off the tee with the NFL. Hey, y'all. Yeah, man. A lot going on, y'all. A lot going on in the NFL. Let me see. How are we going to start this thing?
'Tis the season.
I'm telling you, man. There's a lot of stuff, moving parts, but we don't know, where the needle is going to point or where it's going to end. But something tells me that all right, enough of that. Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. The Washington football team has just signed Jonathan Allen to a 4-year deal worth $72 million with a $30 million bonus, signing bonus. What you got to say about that, Dubz?
We are loaded, man.
You get to keep him.
I love it, man. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
That's step one. Step one in our continued progression. So next year it'll be Daron Payne.
Okay.
After that it'll be Sweat, and then after that it'll be Young. We'll be set on the defense.
Y'all want to keep that defense. Y'all want to keep that defense up at the top. This is right. Always there, right? I see.
Yep.
So our offense is going to have to step up. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And imagine, I know he showed up, and we're going to talk about it later.
Oh, yeah.
But we might be a year away from Mr. Watson going to DC.
We'll see. we're gonna, like you said, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about his landing spots. But I see right now you want him to land somewhere like that. The NFL says this year's COVID-19 outbreaks will result in forfeits
on unvaccinated players.
On unvaccinated players.
Yeah.
However, coaches, you just get the axe. You don't even get to coach if you refuse to take the vaccine. Indianapolis head coach Frank Reich has a breakthrough COVID infection. Did y'all hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he just got it. So he's going to be away from Carson. I guess that's going to set Carson back a little bit. Which you should be cheering for, Chris B, because
no. I want Carson to play as long as possible. We need
yeah. You want him to go, but what I'm saying is you want them to suck so you can get a better pick. Let him play, but let him go. Let him play, but go 1-16. You know what I mean?
And he's 70% of the snaps.
Hey,
exactly 70%.
Yeah. So let me ask y'all, man. I mean, do y'all think it's fair? Because how it's worded is that if one team has infections, it'll cost them to, forfeit the game. But yet, though, both teams will be penalized because no one will be picking up a check.
Yeah. Well, what the NFL, what they're doing, man, is they have now broken the league into two separate classifications.
Right.
The vaccinated and the unvaccinated.
True.
But along the way, they've also said our most cherished commodity is our product on the field. And we need our superstar players on the field. We just witnessed, no disrespect to the Bucks, a lackluster NBA season because of all the injuries. Okay, too many star players missed too many games. So with the NFL, they're saying point blank, if you have any contact with a player on a regular basis, then you are considered tier 1. So that's a coach. Coaches are tier 1. Right. Whether it's position coach, whatever, you're in meetings with players, you're doing the whole 9 yards. So you're gonna have to be vaccinated, and if you're not, guess what? We're not going to give you the opportunity to ruin our product on the field. That's our greatest commodity. Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, I know how some people don't like it, but you know what? If you're a real diehard football fan, they're doing what they can to try to protect the product. So yeah, kind of is what it is.
Yeah, it isn't what it isn't. B.
Yeah, so with this new mandate, it should really incentivize all the players in the NFL to get vaccinated, and any staff members who are still on the fence, because you guys are running a business. Is bigger than whatever sides you take on vaccinations. Right. You're under the NFL shield, so you need to comply with what they want. And if you don't, then yes, your team your whole team should be penalized for your own actions, because that's exactly how this works. I see nothing wrong with it. It's totally going to get some of these players vaccinated, and all these organizations are going to be on the vaccination train, because who wants to forfeit a game on a Sunday? Right. Not especially like don't let it be a primetime game. Oh my goodness. The news cycle will never stop. So yeah, it should behoove every NFL player, every staff, everybody in what connected to every organization to get vaccinated. It's not that difficult, and everyone in the NFL is an athlete, so they're pretty much healthy, so they wouldn't really experience much of the side effects from the vaccinations, because you're active, very active, super active, if you will. So it shouldn't be this. It shouldn't have to come to this, but I see nothing wrong with the mandate.
You gotta protect your product, man, and
exactly,
it's your business, and it's feeding a lot of people, it's entertaining a lot of people, just in and outside of football. So you have to definitely go with the game plan. All right, moving on, y'all. So will Aaron Rodgers play in 2021? Do y'all think he will? Because rumors has it that Green Bay is putting together a deal as we podcast to entice him to stay for another 2 seasons? Dubs.
That sounds interesting. They're trying to entice him to stay for another 2 seasons. Well, guess what? His
What?
current deal has 3 seasons on it.
But I don't think they're going to be able to keep him for all 3. I don't even think they're going to be able to keep him for more than 1.
Exactly. Yeah. So I do think he'll play. He showed up. One of the things that the NFL is doing this year, the daily fines that a team can fine a player for skipping a day. They used to be able to just wipe the slate clean.
Right.
Now the NFL ruled that they can't do that. If you're going to charge it, you have to collect it.
That's right.
So yeah. So $50,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Certain people are like, where do I go? Which way do we go? We know who they are, but we'll talk about them in a sec. Chris B.
The agreement currently from Adam Schefter says it'll only bring him back for 1 season,
right?
And basically it'll set up his departure for greener pastures after this said season. So it's only going to be 1 season in my eyes, based on that tweet. So yeah.
You
want them all. You want A-Rod. You want Deshaun. What?
Right? Either
one.
All of those guys are upgrades for him. I don't blame him.
I agree.
Either one. You looking at Fitztragic or Heine, drunk Heine. So I don't know, or coming up to Heine. So yeah, I would take any of those guys.
That's right.
Even with the team that you have, B, you would take either one of those guys over your starting quarterback. Right?
Honestly, I don't want Deshaun. I don't want us to get rid of those draft picks for Deshaun. It's too much red tape on him right now. I don't care how good you are, especially in the public eye.
Well, I don't know if you have, maybe you haven't seen him play lately, but a lot of people give up a lot for that guy.
Now look, I am already on record as saying that I don't want to see them give up that draft capital.
Right.
But if you giving up the draft capital to get you 5 steps closer to being in the show.
It gives you a legitimate shot right now. Let's just face it. I don't know what you guys have to give up draft capital, but if you have Deshaun Watson playing for the Washington football team, you have a legitimate chance of going to the Super Bowl, not only this year, but the year after and the after.
Right.
So,
right.
Hey, it's
and you know what?
To give up.
Truth be told, again, we're so loaded, man. We can give up.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But the Rock say, what you think?
On my end, it just depends on how Jalen Hurts plays.
Yeah, you guys are still building
for Deshaun.
Yeah, you guys are still building. I think
we figure out all
draft
the
choices.
legal matters. Yeah. And I was like, I'd take 3 firsts.
Right.
I don't want I don't see a player that I would trade for right now for that.
Okay.
The good thing for Deshaun
cap situation. Yeah, I'm good.
The good thing for Deshaun coming to DC is those Houston lawyers don't know what they're nothing compared to lawyers in DC, right? Is that right, P?
Yeah, there's some country.
That's the cream of the crop, man.
There's some country bumpkins out there.
That's right.
And this is the perfect segue. The Houston Texans are now willing to trade Deshaun. Where does he go? But however, 2 women, let me add this, 2 women with new allegations among 10 to file police complaints in Houston against Watson. So, yeah. What do you say, B?
So, they said the asking price is up there.
Yeah.
I heard 5 firsts.
Wow.
5.
Wow. That's crazy.
So maybe they're just saying we ain't trading them.
They're saying you can trade, but we gonna want the farm for him.
We ain't trading them. Basically, that's what they're telling me.
It makes sense. I mean, who's gonna pull the trigger on 5 firsts? Not me.
Yeah, because because you know what? You know how this goes down. Let's say they do trade them and they get maybe 3 to 4 or 5 firsts. As soon as they get it, guess what happens? Cases withdrawn. Cases withdrawn. Cases withdrawn. This is what this is about. People don't understand. This is not so much about him and what he did or didn't do. It's more about him being unhappy with the team, coming out publicly, nationally, and saying it, and the team doing whatever they can to either sully his name, but at the same time, get whatever haul they can for him. by putting out some demand. Because I guarantee you, if they trade that man to whoever and they get at least 3 number ones, some of these allegations are going to immediately drop off.
Yep. You know what I say.
Watson.
Good and terrible.
Good and
Good and
terrible. So, you know, if it don't stick, they must have quit. It hurt right here.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about this dude. Will Big Ben take the Steelers to the playoffs this year? Since you in PA in Pittsburgh, take that first, Dove.
And I don't see it happening. I think the Steelers got a new offensive coordinator this year. Matt Canada, who filled in as an interim coach at the University of Maryland a couple seasons ago. After initially going there as offensive coordinator.
Right.
And bottom line is his offense is not predicated on a quarterback throwing it 50 times or even 40 times.
Right.
It's predicated on running to establish the pass and taking what the defense gives you, and then if need be, transforming into passing to set up the run.
Right.
So I don't see Ben taking a liking to this offense.
Okay.
I see Ben doing a lot of Omahas during the games and and killing and calling a whole bunch of audibles, and Canada's not going to like that.
No.
He's not going to like that one bit. So I see those two clashing. I see them clashing on the sideline. And as much as I love Mike Tomlin, Mike Tomlin is not going to rankle his cash cow, which is Ben Roethlisberger. Right. Mike Tomlin is not going to put Ben Roethlisberger under any wraps whatsoever. So yeah. And the other thing is, why would he? Who's he have next to go to? Dwayne Haskins? Please, he's at the nightclub kicking COVID.
It ain't him.
Getting beat up by his wife in Vegas. So
he's
please.
not that
guy. He's not that guy.
He's not
about that life.
Definitely not that guy.
Yeah, you know, teammates are gonna be all on him, man.
Yeah,
that should probably motivate him to push him to work hard and make something of himself. Because you know the jokes alone, man, getting beat up by your wife. Pressing charges. Man, Chris B, man.
To piggyback off of that, what Dubz said, if it's gonna be a run first offense, it's gonna be on that rookie, the rookie he just picked up.
Najee.
So I'm like, that's gonna be some big shoes to fill, especially coming to the Steel City. Who knows what's to expect if you're really relying on the run game. And the Steelers are slowly declining, and they're not even keeping up pace with the Browns, what the Browns are doing. Right. Because another loaded defense is the Browns. So it's their division to lose in my eyes currently. I don't see Baltimore making the push to beat that. I'm sorry.
Oh, hold on. I must interject right here. I don't think we're putting a lot on the side of the Browns, and Baker is not that dude, yo. I have a prediction.
Defense though. That defense.
I have a prediction. Yeah, the defense, but I have a prediction that he struggles. He gets the hook. When he gets the hook, they lean more on the running game. Because why? Odell's coming back. Odell wants the ball. Landry wants the ball. This person wants the ball. But they were successful last year because they ran the ball, not because Baker was passing the ball. I saw what he looked like, in a bunch of games, man. So, Baltimore is still Baltimore. Pittsburgh, hell no, because Ben is too old.
Third place.
Don't see it happening. Third place. Unless they lean like the Browns, they lean on their running game, and they get their running game to kind of put them in position for Big Ben to just be a game manager, then yeah. But him leading the way, throwing the ball all over the field like he used to Antonio Brown, that's not going to happen.
And he won't take on the game manager role. That's just not him.
He's
not wired mentally
Well,
be a game man.
Dwayne Haskins, get ready.
Yeah.
So get ready for some payback, Stephen Aho, because I'm be coming after you. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers suck. Yeah, I'm be giving it to them because if they don't make it out the gate doing anything positive, like last year, you remember they went 11-0?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
kind of
And then
pushed them into the playoffs.
got gutted in the playoffs.
Who gave him
Did a
that first
nosedive.
L?
Right.
Who gave him that
So,
first L?
Yeah, I remember. So
Set the tone for the rest of the season.
if I don't see anything early, it can be trouble. But bouncing back real quick, y'all. I asked, will Aaron Rodgers play in 2021? So do y'all think he will play for Green Bay in 2021?
I think he will.
And if so, do you think he'll be there from day one? Well, I mean, day one for the first game of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Which may mean one thing. Green Bay may need, they may need to dump Love.
I don't know if they're really to part with Love like that.
Yeah, but the other thing about Love is he's not all that good.
So they say. We don't know. Have you ever seen him in the game? I haven't seen him in a preseason game. I haven't seen him. They
drafted him number 1 pick, their first round pick last year, and guess what? He did not suit up for any games.
Was he hurt? Was he injured?
No, wasn't hurt at all.
So who was their backup? He didn't
pick up the offer. I don't know. I don't know who their backup was, but
that's
I don't know
inside information.
But they definitely
didn't ever suit it up. So
they
maybe
didn't trust him enough to even suit him up.
Damn. So I guess that's why they're kissing Rodgers' ass right now.
Right.
Tell me what it tastes like. Chris B, what you think, man? You think he's gonna start day one?
Of course, Aaron Rodgers is starting if he's playing in 2021 for the Packers. That's a given. There's no way anybody can beat him in that competition on that roster. Impossible. I don't think, barring any injury, but I don't see that happening. Aaron Rodgers is starting in 2021 for the Green Bay Packers. That's book that.
Got you. All right. We talked about that. Yeah. I do want to ask this though. What teams do you think that Deshaun Watson could be picked up by, or who he would play for, if not this year, next year?
Oh, there's Washington.
Mm-hmm.
There's Miami.
Mm-hmm.
There's.
Damn, so you just writing off Tua?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. And someone else I'm open to writing off.
Right.
This year is a make it or break it year for one Danny Two Nichols up in New York.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
If he doesn't make it, New York could be in the hunt for him too.
Something tells me he's gonna make it, but not because he has a great season or anything like that. It's just because
it's just enough.
It's just enough, and they're like, oh, there's potential there. Danny Dimes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chris B. What do you think?
I agree. I might even throw the Raiders in the mix.
Raiders, yeah, I was thinking that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking 4 teams. I was thinking Green Bay. I mean, if Aaron leaves after this year and he doesn't,
Watson want to be in the cold,
you never know. They might roll the dice. The head coach is a little risky. No risky, no biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even thinking Denver, talking about the cold. I mean, do you think they're sold on Teddy Bridgewater and no Lock, whatever his name is, Drew the Lock?
Yeah.
How about this? New Orleans.
It's possible.
I know how Peyton, Coach P, works. If he's not getting what he needs out of Winston, bye-bye. And I ain't worried about the other guy, Taysom, whatever his name is, Hill. He ain't going to. And the last team I have is definitely Dubz, over his shoulder. Bye-bye, bearded one, and he replaces him. So it could go like that. Possibly.
Pull that beard and get out.
Possibly. Moving on. How will Michael Thomas' injury to his ankle, now he's having surgery, affect the Saints? B.
Of course it's going to affect the Saints because Drew Brees is gone. and he's their number one receiver, and then he runs that offense alongside Kamara. So now he's going to be the main focus, and the defense is going to be able to zero in on that for the first 7 weeks. So they're going to have a really rough start. I just feel that. It's really negligent to wait this long to get the ankle surgery. I don't know the particulars as to why he waited so long. I mean, bro, you got the deal. You are the focal point of the offense. You should be making sure you're starting week 1, especially if you had all that time off.
He should, but I think he has an axe to grind with them. Somehow he's not happy with the situation over there. So, he's like, hey, I'll just wait to get I'll just wait, get that money, wait to get my surgery until late. And if I come back, if they're doing somewhat decent, middle of the year, end of the year, I'll rear my ugly head and, get in there somewhere.
But yeah, it's just mind-boggling to me after you did all the work to get where you need to be, and now you're just like, all right,
hey man,
whatever happens.
Some people after they get that money, look at Conor McGregor. It's like,
yeah, I agree.
I made it. No more mulligan stew. I'm out to greener pastures. Or you can find me chilling on the beach somewhere, getting a tan. That's it. Dubz, man.
Yeah, what was he suspended for last year? Was it
some
conduct?
Team, yeah,
conduct detrimental to the team?
Yeah.
I think he's still ticked off because of that.
Yeah.
Because I mean that man's numbers. I mean, 149, 125, 104, 3 straight years catches. 1,700 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,200 yards. I mean, that's talent, man, wasted.
Yeah.
But he may have been, but you know what? He could have been on the cusp of becoming that diva, and then that suspension probably took him over the top. So, receivers are divas.
You know that. Oh, so well.
So
definitely know that.
Yeah, but it looks like he's looking to get out, though.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not going to affect the QB competition because we all know it's going to be Winston. But it will affect Jameis Winston's first year as his success goes. I think it kind of comes and goes with whatever the status is of my man. So the first couple of games or whatever, I don't know how long he's going to be out. It's going to affect him. Not having that, number one receiver, that bona fide number one receiver. Because after him, there's a drop off.
Yeah, they don't even have a clear number 2. I mean, they lost Emmanuel Sanders. He's in Buffalo now.
Ooh.
So, so I don't even know who their number 2 is. So it's going to be interesting. He's going to see if Peyton can work his magic, man. He's normally good at doing it, but
yeah, we'll see. He's going to have to use a lot of dumping off to Kamara, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway. Coming in hot. Are you ready to rumble? The NFC East Chronicles. Name 2 surprise players, 1 on offense and 1 on defense, that will burst onto the scene with a gangster lean this season. Let's see. I got a number in my head, 1 to 10. What is it? Dubz.
8.
B.
4.
B got it. 5. Go ahead. Who you got, man?
You said on the current roster right now?
Yeah, or it could be somebody who just got it on the roster, however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be that breakout guy for you guys that we should all, as Eagle fans or as, NFC East fans and others, that we should kind of pay attention to?
So you said 1 on defense, 1 on offense?
That's right.
Offense is easy. Jalen Hurts. It's going to be Jalen Hurts. He's going to be the breakout. He's going to step into the scene with the gangster lean.
Right,
Top 10 QB, book it 2021 season. It's going to happen.
Okay.
Nick Sirianni is going to have them wide receivers running them crisp routes. Devontae Smith is going to be looking like he never lost a step when he enters the league.
Got you.
But who's going to be behind that success? Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
That's going to be my breakout for the offensive for 2021.
Okay.
And on the defensive end, Of course, we just signed the man. He's on a prove it deal. 28. Steven Nelson. Graded a top 11 corner in the NFL since 2019. The Eagles have not had a legitimate 2 corner tandem since I don't know when, but having him on opposite side of Slay,
yeah.
And then you got Anthony Harris in the backfield, and when Ronnie McLeod gets back, we have a formidable secondary now. And with that front 7, remember, don't forget, we ranked number 2 in sacks last season. So if you got the secondary locking it down, it's going to be number 1.
Okay,
but be on the lookout. This boy going to show everybody that he deserves to be in the talks of being the top cornerbacks in the league. So Steven Nelson, Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Dubz, who you got?
Zeke who?
You got somebody to stop him, huh?
Not well. Zeke is our focus because yes, we have somebody to stop him, and then we have somebody to top him.
Right, because you don't want Zeke running loose.
Right, I said it.
If Zeke's running loose, that means that man's doing damage.
Right. Okay. I said it before. I said it again. Offensively, it has to be running back Antonio Gibson.
Oh yeah,
second year. He missed 2 games last year, and if he didn't, he would have gone over 1,000 yards. This year, well over 1,000 yards, probably close to 15 touchdowns. He had 12 touchdowns last year.
Okay.
So he's gonna have a better statistical season than Zeke. Why? Why?
Here it comes.
Because our defensive guy is going to be, if my man Bob Marley was there, he'd be singing, "We jamming, jamming." Linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Yeah.
He's a linebacker, man. He is there to stop Zeke, period. End of discussion. And he may shadow number 4 Prescott right there, but he doesn't have to do too much shadowing on that because he's going to get the ankle and all that good stuff.
Wishing for injuries.
You know, he's going to have a soft. He's going to have a soft tissue prop injury too. So
okay.
So yeah, it's all about Zeke.
It's all about Zeke.
We got the player to top Zeke, and we got the player to stop Zeke. Be gone, Zeke.
All right. So we got once again. I mean, because I know who he is already. You know what I'm saying? Because when he was at Memphis, you know, I checked him out, right? So what's his name again? I forgot his name. What's his name?
Who?
Your running back.
Oh, you talking about
from Memphis? No. I'm talking about Dubz. What's your running back?
Antonio Gibson.
Oh yeah, Gibson. Antonio Gibson. Let me write that down. Antonio Gibson. You know, you gotta keep tabs on all these things. And for you got Jamin Davis, right?
Jamin Davis, yes.
Okay. Jamin. Is that with 2 M's or 1?
Just 1.
Okay. Jamin Davis. All right. Because you know, I just want to know what I'm working with. All right. So my answer on offense, 2021 5th round pick, wide receiver out of Stanford. That's on offense now. University, Simeon Tufi Fihoko, aka Simi. You know, like Simi from Coming to America. Simi, my son works. Who stands at 6'4", 225. That's almost like a what is it?
All forward.
Tight end, or small forward, or shooting guard, thick shooting guard at that. But he runs a 4.37 40. Did y'all hear me? 4. So we kind of imagine what the Eagles did last year. They went after a lot of speed, you know, to stretch that field, you know, so we can get that stuff underneath. You know, Blake can, you know, get him and my man Dalton Schultz. I know something Schultz can get his thing on. So that's who I got. I got Fihoko. So remember that name, y'all. Cowboy fans out there, remember, Uncle Pete said Semi Fihoko. All right. Now, on defense, it's often suspended. Y'all know who it is, man. Y'all know who it is, right? often suspended.
Oh, it's not Micah.
In the past for some, you know how it is.
Another rehab project.
Gregory?
Another rehab
Gregory.
Where's my prop? Oh, here's my prop right here. We ain't breaking no laws. I got something for you, boy. All right, so there's some.
He'd be singing that Amy Winehouse rehab song.
Yeah, in there.
He does.
Defensive end, Randy Gregory, eating edibles every day.
Him and Sha'Carri best friends.
After many suspensions and last year receiving less playing time on the field due to Tom Masula's ineptitude and playing favorites to defensive end Alden Smith, he is now motivated to do some damage to offensive linemen, QBs, and running backs in what seems to be his first full season on the field. So with that, I'm going to give y'all this. I felt there was a little bit of favoritism going on, refusing to let me outshine their favorite, Smith said. They knew I could do it, so they did what they could to keep me at bay. I had many times when I was angry. I used to talk to my agent, Peter Schaefer, about it, and the best thing I could do, he said, was to just get on the field and play and let your play do its talking. I did that, but truly I felt I got robbed of a year last year. So that was the statement that my man made. So we'll see what happens. I bet you he feels, or he's feeling, Randy. Again, say what? You know what Randy means? Go look it up in the Urban Dictionary. It'll tell you. All right, y'all. Moving on to the next thing. What are your team's 3 most important games in 2021 season? Chris B.
Against everybody in the division. And Cowboys, insert team name here, and Giants or midgets. Those are our 3 most important games. I know at the end of the season, of course, is going to be crunch time. Whatever mistakes we did or whatever pitfalls we had fell into, we can muster up the courage to at least walk away with the division.
Okay. So all games against us, or was it the 3 away games or the 3 home games against our division? The 3 away games, I think, will be more important.
I mean, the away games. I feel like they're more important. They're winning in y'all house is a lot better.
Yeah. Because then that gives y'all confidence to be like, when they come back, it'll be like that. And Jalen Hurts, he always plays good at Cowboy Stadium, Jerry's World, but that's in college. Dubz.
Yeah. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see.
We shall see.
So definitely our division and the way the NFL has kind of set us up to just kick each other's ass.
Yeah.
The majority of our divisional games are all in the last 6 weeks of the season.
On the tail end, yeah.
Yeah. So that's an interesting scenario in and of itself. But however, what I consider my team's top 3 games are, after our 2-0 start, September 26th, week 3, on the road against the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Because that will be us going against top tier talent on the road. Okay. And hopefully Fitzmagic shows up for that game because he used to play in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So hopefully, he brings some juju with him. Now, I have us pegged to lose that game to Buffalo.
Ooh. But
then I have us going 6-3 after that, so that December 12th, we're at home against Uncle Pete's Dallas Cowboys, and we go into that game with an 8-4 record. And we finished that game with a 9-4 record. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And then a week later, we are on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to go into that game 9-4.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to come out of that game 10-4. Thank you very much.
All right, cool.
All
Keep
right.
telling yourself that.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
we're going to finish out the season 2-1 and finish out with a record of 12-5.
Okay.
But
So
those are my 3 top games. So those are the
Okay.
3 games I think are the most important.
okay. Okay. Well, give me some of that.
Some of that real sticky icky. Ooh-wee. Put it in the air.
I want some of that shit you smoking, boy. What is that? What is that? That's that exact. Woo! But
This
yo,
is some hypnotic.
that's why they play the game, baby. When that game is being played, oh, we all gonna be tuned in. You know what I'm saying? So I got you. I see who your games are. Okay.
I breaks it down to the bone bristle. Those speaking, stun missile, heat seeking. Johnny blazing. Nightmares like West Creighton. Niggas gunning. My third eye see it coming.
Kill it. First, to TB12 and the Buccaneers faithful, I would like to say that going to the White House is an overrated experience. I just recently went there. It ain't all that. Now let me begin. Dak, Zach, Tyron, Lale, Connor, Blake, Leighton, Tristan, and D-Law. And out of those, 6 Pro Bowlers injured and missing from our lineup last season. So I know people like to clown us, make fun of us, but let me see if I take 6 Pro Bowlers, if they even have that, on their team out the picture and see how good they do. They ain't winning 6 games. I can guarantee you that. So please stop referring to last year's team, and you'll be highly disappointed with your teams when we head to head, when we go head to head on the gridiron, if you refer to last year's teams, that is, or last year's games. All right, moving past that, HBO and the NFL Films announced that the 5 episodes will debut. That's the, Hard Knocks on August 10th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's 44 days, 53 minutes and 17 seconds and counting down, to be exact, until we kick off the 2021 season against the defending Super Bowl champions. Dubz and Chris B, do y'all remember the Sadie Hawkins dance in high school?
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all
I
have
have
that, Chris
no
B?
idea what that is.
Ooh, okay, check it out, y'all. This is when the females would choose and ask who they want to accompany them to the dance. Well, this is the situation of my Dallas Cowboys. Not only for America, but the world, because they chose us as their favorite football team. Thank you very much. America's team and the world's team. So haters are going to hate and ballers are going to ball. So let's get it. And don't be mad because your girl chose me. You know how that goes, right? And like Goldie said in the movie The Mac, that's where I got it from. You know the rules. Your girl chose me. So many times, some people in Washington, some people in Philly, they chose Dallas as their team. Why? Why? Ask why. But at the top of the day, this is the year for diehard Cowboy fans in the 214, the 469, and the 945, 972 area codes and beyond to have been waiting for the silver and metallic blue to shut up all of those fucking haters and critics. I said it. That's right. We get to see
So much
Steven
vitriol.
Asinine Smith. You get it? Steven Asinine. A's for Asinine Smith. Shannon, no sharp, not so sharp. Bart, ay caramba, Scott. Am I losing my hair and my mind at the same time? Chris B behind one Super Bowl talking shit, and Peter Dubz football team in the playoffs since 2005 with the cast of others eating crow while order is restored. But by putting some respect back on Dallas Cowboys 5 chips and counting name, I see Stephen A-hole is already spewing feces from his diarrhea laced trap that should be muzzled but at the same time wearing a parachute to cover his ass just in case he starts to free fall in mid-season by picking them boys to win the NFC East. You know he picked the NFC East to win it. That's right. So, hey.
I dust them rings off, my guy.
Preparing for that soft landing, huh? So, all I have to say to the bandwagon dipsticks, y'all know what a dipstick is? Go look up in the Urban Dictionary, is he who laughs last didn't get the joke. So wipe that egg off your face because like Tikal said, my third eye seen it coming before it happened. Okay, the three pivotal games, to get to that, of this season for my Dallas Cowboys are as followed. I compared these three games to the U.S. vaccination situation. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You do? Well, if you do, then it goes like this, right? A famous rapper said, like Kuta Kente. Game one. This is no shocker. The very first game of the kickoff, the 2021 NFL season versus the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's going to be most important because that's going to set the tone. But this is the Pfizer vaccine, one poke that supposedly has the best results against the COVID-19 virus. You got what I'm saying? We beat them, the rest of the league is on notice. This is the equivalent of being all willy-nilly out there because you don't fear the coronavirus, aka the rest of the NFL teams. This is whether you are maskless or shoulder to shoulder at a UFC bout or hooking up with a runaround Sue, etc., etc. Game two is the game just before the Thanksgiving Day game versus the AFC reps in the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs. My man picked to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, I believe. Dubz, right? Right. And I think Chris, you got them going to the Super Bowl too. Okay. Well, that's going to be a good one. So they are the Moderna shot, also one poke, effective, but not as potent as the Pfizer. Because the AFC is now officially the weaker conference, y'all. Come on, give it up, man. They are. All right, moving on to game three. And the final piece of the puzzle is the first meeting versus the team who not only won our division, but also the only team in our division to sweep us. In the 2020, wear your damn mask and wash your damn ass and get extra wins without Dak's season, the Washington football team. Yeah. This matchup is in week 14. Should it set the tone? It should set the tone for the week 16 rematch as well. Okay. They are the J&J one jab. But it might come with some hangovers or side effects. 2 wins against the Washington football team might mean you have to get a booster shot soon after. Blood clot! By sweeping the NFC East, we'll show how effective and potent we are. So by being victorious in 3 of 4 of those games, we will
sweeping the NFC East, going 6-0,
position for a great playoff run. But if we win all 4 of these games, then the rest of the league should be on notice. So get your popcorn because we are going to be fucking up these teams. I said it, just like Jerry said it, this season. But I should add with mask, gloves, hand sanitizers. All right, roger that. Are we finished or are we done?
Are you finished? Talking about some 6-0 in the division.
That's a baby reference.
Nah. Y'all going 3-3 at best.
6-0 in the division.
Best.
Okay. Man. So y'all really believe we're going 3-3? Okay, check it out, y'all. I watched a movie yesterday with my boo called The Photograph. Y'all heard of that movie, Photograph? It's with Lakeith Stanfield and Issa Rae. It's about Issa Rae's character's mother who dies and leaves behind a photo tucked away in a safe deposit box for her from her early life. So I just suggest that maybe after week 1, y'all should take a picture. Or Dubz and Chris B should go back in time to find photographs of their team's past success and reminisce because the next 4 years will find them vying for second place in the NFC East, basically. And what's
4 years?
Yeah, 4 years. That's how long Dak's court. That's how long his 4 years. And what's that saying, y'all? That's right. If you don't finish first, you're last. But
you know what?
Man, what?
we both may be smoking some messed up shit.
You think so? I'm on reality.
Look, but you definitely paid more for your shit.
Yeah, his is like top shelf.
Y'all hear that, Cowboy fans?
We're
gonna make them eat crow.
Shelf.
We're gonna make them eat crow. Both of your teams can't beat us this season because your quarterback situation, no continuity. The Washington football team, Fitzpatrick will be Fitztragic and will flip and flop with Heineke because they have little rapport with their receiving core. Chris B's Eagles QB will be all bark and no bite this year. Once again, no continuity.
Hurts the Ertz.
Yeah.
Hurts the Smith.
I got something for you, Chris. This ain't over yet.
Goddard.
I'm going to take y'all back to the 80s and go all John Cougar Mellencamp on y'all. Hold up. I got something for you, Chris. You ain't getting off the hook that easy, baby. Here we go. Now, if you don't know, now you'll know. Oh, this is going viral, by the way. When I was a young boy,
Oh my God.
I put away those young fair ways. Now that I am getting older, I love those young fan days with the QB like you. With the QB like you. Lord knows there are things you can't do, QB. Just be good. Just don't be good. Come on and make it. Hurt so through. Come on, Jalen, make it hurt so through. Sometimes, Jalen, you don't play like you should. That's why it's hurt so through.
You really think that?
Oh God.
Do you understand?
I've heard this dude.
You understand what you're saying right now?
I've ever heard
The
him
young
sing in
Bulls
30
will
plus
run.
years.
So I know
Your
it hurts
division.
Chris B with hurt
Trying to
struggles.
tell you.
He gonna struggle this year, B. Mark my word. But at the top of the day, this is the same guy who replaced Tua Turner,
Oh my God.
who was struggling in Miami. That guy, and he said it. Not me. Rent is due every day. So don't be surprised, fam, when you get that eviction notice. Do y'all have that cheap insurance if Hurts gets hurt called a Flacco?
Nah, we got a better backup than Flacco.
They got the
And
general. They got the
we got
Flacco.
one of the most elite O-lines in the league. So Hurts is
That
not
don't
getting
matter.
touched.
That don't matter, man. I'm
Rushing
telling you,
attack.
with his
be
defense and our
crazy.
defense revamp, it ain't gonna be going down. My mama always told me, if it looks like it quacks like a lame duck, it's a lame duck. Make sure you get your QB with one of your first round picks next draft, Howie. And you might not want to play rock, paper, scissors with him either. Oh,
You keep loving that. You keep marrying yourself to that rock, paper, scissors.
and that's for the midgets. So in conclusion, with knowing the history of our division, which I do know, we'll quote the Diesel, Washington football team, Eagles, and the midgets. Tell me how my ass tastes. Take the floor. You want to add to that? Go on.
You think it's gonna happen? It's not happening.
It's going down. It is going down this year, y'all. And I'm gonna be laughing because this season, last season they let you off the hook. This season, you know you don't want my Cowboys winning like that, because if they winning like that, like Stephen A said, the most nauseating fans in the universe. You're gonna pop up, and I'm gonna better cross your T's and dot your I's, because if not, I'm gonna eat you alive. You know how it goes. So it is what it is. All right, y'all. I mean, come on, man. I there's a reason why we started our joint first with Pittsburgh, right? The reason why is because they want to get everybody out there to see, what we've been missing. Your number one player gets hurt. I already named all the guys who got hurt last year. I mean, come on. If I take those 6 Pro Bowlers off of any team, how are they going to look like? Somebody explain to me. No Zach Martin, no Tyron Smith, and the bookends are gone. I'm surprised they even won 6 games. But however, y'all like to put your mouths on my boys. So we just gonna have to show y'all what it's all about. All right.
Fuck that. Special technique of
Uh-oh, I think I feel an earthquake coming. Uh-oh. Okay. I had enough fun with that, man. Now we're gonna move on to this, y'all. You know what we're gonna move on to?
Finally, we can stop hearing about all that nonsense you was talking about, winning divisions or whatever, sweeping.
They mad because they're gonna be in last. Doormat of the league. Dubz, I'm gonna finish second.
Doormat's the midgets. We all know that.
Yeah.
Or you can say them boys about to be the doormat.
No, sir.
Be surprised when they be unsuccessful.
Hey, I might be buying my tickets to the playoffs early this year. That's all I'm saying. Because that division, I ain't worried about Fitzmagic. I'm more worried about Heineke. I'm trying to figure out how long it's gonna take them to put him in. But Dubz, I'm not worried about that dude.
I heard the Cowboys are waiting to start their Christmas shopping on December 25th.
Yeah, I heard they're already getting their team gifts is getting given out. They already got the Secret Santas all lined up. They're already ready because they're not going to be playing in December.
And the first thing on the list is a girdle for Hurts. And also your man to the left or right of you, feared the beard, my ass. All right, Chris B, man, what you got for us, brother?
NBA, you already know. Christrodamus called it. Bucks and 6. They beat the Suns, winning 4 straight games after being down 2-0. 98-105. Giannis getting the Finals MVP. And what would you say would be a credit to the Suns' meltdown? Would it be Monty Williams or Chris Paul? Who you think deserves more of the blame?
I hate to say it because, he did what he could to get there, but Chris Paul, he did not, the game, those 4 games that they lost, he did not look good. And those turnovers, those unforced error. I mean, come on, man. It was bad. I can't think of the last time I saw him turn the ball over like that before.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I can't blame it on Monty because Monty was out. I mean, his rebounding was his biggest issue, if you ask me. And I think Chris noted that too.
Mm-hmm.
If once Sark got hurt, you didn't have that real true guy to come in, tough European dude to come in there and bang on the boards and all that. So Giannis and them were just running free. They're like, we're going to get an extra shot, and they were bad shooting team, but however, they'll keep getting those extra shots. And I would say that they couldn't really build a wall, because once your man got those early fouls or whatever, Ayton, that was it. And Giannis was like, I'm just taking it to the rack every time. You're either gonna have to foul me or something's gonna happen. And he's not afraid to go to the free throw line. He figures, hey, I've seen Shaq go 9 for 30, whatever. So, hey, what they gonna say about me? He's a Hall of Famer with 3 chips, 4 chips or whatever. So, I'm gonna just do what I do. So, yeah, I can't really blame Monty because he was kind of playing, shorthanded or whatever. But Chris Paul, they figured him out like this. Dude, you're only 5'10". Once we kind of, put a 6'4", 6'5" guard on you, that's going to limit you. You're not going to get clean looks. And then we know how to just kind of push you into a certain area. And then you got to deal with the trees. I mean, they're lengthy. You look at, what was the center's name? Brook Lopez. You look at Giannis. You look, they're kind of long. So that gave them, and then too, they also had another defender on the team by the name of, who really wasn't concentrating on scoring, PJ Tucker. So yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah. I mean, after I didn't see game 5 coming that Chris called, but after game 5, I was like, it's a wrap. It's not. I didn't even. Matter of fact, I still haven't even watched this game 6. I might watch it tomorrow.
I watched game 6. It was
like already.
It was a battle, but the Bucks just kept one-upping them every time the Suns did something. It was just like, we got your number, bro.
Yeah, and the way the Bucks played at that point, they knew they had their. I mean, I mean, Giannis was fearless.
Mm.
15 of 17 from the free throw line. That is, I mean, can you
50
imagine
piece.
Shaquille O'Neal hitting 15 out of 17 free throws? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
50 piece. He went to Chick-fil-A and ordered a 50 piece nugget.
I know. After he did that,
50 piece.
I might as well. He
Yeah,
did that.
and you know, I'm finally somewhat impressed with Budenholzer, because once he decided to pick Chris Paul up at the half court line,
Mm-hmm.
it was a wrap, because that completely disrupted their pick and roll offense.
Mm-hmm. I see my observation was spot on. If no Wall, the Suns will fall. Drew Holiday shows up and plays good, great D on offense, they will win. And some of the fundamentals of the game, such as knowing how to box out, especially on the free throw line, there were so many rebounds that they got on free throws. Like, Dubz, that's the basic.
That's the
Put a body on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
How is this person even getting from the free throw line to get their own tap back or whatever?
Right.
So I think that really hamstrung the Suns. My biggest takeaway from these playoffs was Chris Paul's premature coronation soon after winning the West. You remember that?
Mm-mm.
I remember how he was thanking everybody. He was like on the microphone after just winning the Western Conference Final. He's acting like he won the championship.
That's that. Yeah, I know what that's from.
You can't do that too soon. You know, you're motivating the other team. They're like, oh, so it's over. You pretty much giving your concession speech or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also the comparisons to Kobe and
Devin Booker.
Yeah. He did his best to avoid that too.
Yeah, well, they should put that to rest. And you know how he was writing on his sneakers or whatever, he would say be legendary or something like that. Next season, write be secondary on his sneakers next to instead of legendary. I swear, because that's way too much pressure. And I love the fact that
Go ahead.
No, I love the fact that Giannis, you know, he did what he did, but he's the second best African to ever play in the whole NBA to win a chip. And, you know, it was a watered down, you know, season because not beating Brooklyn at full strength, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Because that's why in some ways I was like, well, if Phoenix wins, then it's like, okay, then it would have been a better, you know, but seeing how they lost to Giannis and them, and seeing how Giannis and them were about to get swept, if not for, or probably a gentleman's sweep, if it wasn't for those injuries. Yeah, you're right, Dubz. I don't see anybody beating, if they all return in their nobody's beating them next year. And they got a lot to prove too, especially after what's coming up in the Olympics.
And they have a lot to be said about.
I heard about Chris Paul possibly going to the Lakers, but unless they get Dame Lillard or something like that, Lakers can't handle them. They can't handle them.
All right. So the hysteria is already beginning with Giannis winning his championship under a team that drafted him. And he also recently called out super teams saying, I could have went somewhere else and did it. It's easy.
Someone could have got hurt. Just don't talk too much. We all really know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
The fandom is comparing the two already with Giannis and LeBron. What do you make of this hysteria already? Too early to call. There's still much more basketball to be played. What's your guys' takes on that?
My take is this. If James Harden didn't leave after the first minute of game one, getting injured, and they had a healthy KD and Kyrie, we wouldn't be having this conversation at all. So that's how I feel about it. I'm just keeping it 100. It isn't what it isn't. So you can talk like that, but you know, we saw what happened, really, man. You know, I mean, it's just like KD and the Splash Brothers, you know, and Klay Thompson, you know, and Steph. If he wouldn't have gotten hurt, you think Kawhi and them would have won? No. Kawhi and them, Toronto would not have won.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It would have been the Golden State Warriors. So the last three champs, the Claw, the King, and the Freak all have one thing in common. It's a common thing. If KD wasn't injured, they don't even have a chip.
Yeah, good point.
It's true.
Good point. Wow.
What about you, Dubz?
Yeah, I agree with Uncle Pete, man. I mean, comparing Giannis to LeBron is just a waste of time. I mean, why compare at all? You know, and let's be honest. More than likely, Giannis is not getting back to a championship anytime soon.
Unless he
If he,
switches teams or
yeah,
some
if
other
and when he
top
ever
player
does
comes out
again,
there.
it will be because he will do what he said he didn't do this year. He will team up and make a super team somewhere, but it's not going to be in Milwaukee.
Right.
No, sir. It will not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to pull some heavy strings for Milwaukee. I don't know who the GM is out there, but, you know, Milwaukee's cold.
Yeah,
it's like
is.
Green Bay. It's like, you know, but
Yeah.
at least Green Bay has that prestige and stuff behind it. But
The history.
yeah, outside of that, that ain't going to happen. I mean, I would even go as far as putting an asterisk beside it.
I would.
That's me. I'll put an asterisk beside it. Yeah. And
I
I
agree.
mean, with all the injuries and you know, KD wearing the wrong shoe size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all know
That is
how it's going to
definitely
look in
fair.
history, though, right?
Yeah.
A win is a win is a win.
I know.
It'll be talked about forever. He did this. This is great, and all this craziness.
Yeah.
Taking a look into the future, though, the
Mhm.
2022 NBA title odds are as follows:
Oh, yeah.
Nets are favorite, right behind the Lakers. And third is the Bucks. Fourth, Warriors, surprising, and fifth, the Suns. Who do you think wins it all next year based on these odds?
Nets.
Nets.
Everybody else is playing for second.
Look, no matter who gets Bradley
Or third.
Beal in a trade, no matter who gets Dame Lillard, it's Nets.
Nah,
That's
Dame
another
go to
thing.
Lakers. It's Lakers. I'm sorry.
That
ain't happening.
That's another thing, right? The whole Bradley Beal thing, right? That just shows you, like, you know, I guess when it's not happening to you, you don't put too much emphasis or thought into it. But when it's happening to you, it's like, you know, like, you greedy motherfuckers. Why don't you just take what you have, work it out, make the best of it? Why are you always trying to raid some other team of their best player to come play along and team up with you so you can be a mega? It's corny, man. And looking at what's going on in the international game, it's NBA players. I hope I'm not taking away from anything that you have coming up, be in your thing. But when I look at the NBA players right now, it's like, bro, y'all, you're spoiled. You're waiting for the whistle to be blown. You know, there's no NBA referees out there in international basketball. So, you know, you're not going to get those calls. And then the next thing is you're not working on your game to better other team. You know why they're losing right now? Because they don't have LeBron. What does LeBron do? He facilitates. Everybody out there right now, they're just a one-on-one turbine. Like, I'm a star. They can make stuff happen for them. They can shoot, you know, but if you don't have a facilitator out there, KD, sorry, whoever, because on that team, the facilitator is Harden. So I'm just saying, man, I see a lot of selfish ball out there. And if I'm Coach Unseld Jr. right now, I'm putting together a team, not what is it? Because I'm realizing that that's even how Giannis and them won. They were the better team.
Exactly.
The Suns weren't a better team. Individually, you look at Booker, you look at Ayton, you look at Chris Paul, yeah, on paper. But to say, you know, as a team, what are you guys doing? Nah, you're not playing team defense. You're not moving the ball around. There's not a whole lot of movement the way it should be. That's why Chris started turning the ball over a lot. Start figuring out what he was doing over dribbling the air out the ball. So, you know.
Well, it is a perfect segue. The U.S. did lose their group stage game 1 against France. Hence, Damian Lillard suggesting foreign NBA players play harder for their international squads. Do you think the NBA is calling their current stars, and you think they should mimic their rules to international standards?
What should they make the NBA rules to the international standards so they'll be more prepped to play them?
Yeah.
It goes back to AAU. Yeah. I think the coaches in AAU, because I remember what they do and what they're not doing, but they don't want to listen to anybody. Stop all that run and gun stuff. You know, there's a time and place for everything. You have to be able to have all 5 players play out there. Because last I checked, right, if I punch you with this fist, when I ball it up, these 5 right here, it's going to hurt a lot more than a pluck, okay? So I don't know if they're thinking that, oh, this is going to last forever. No, the rest of the world caught up. And basically, Popovich, You know, they have the dream team. They have the whatever team. This is the no scheme team. They have no scheme. That's their problem.
I
And
agree.
if you have no scheme other than, hey, this is the All-Star game. You score. No, it doesn't work like that, buddy. There's only one
Exactly.
ball. In this case, there's only one ball. That's why you get a France team go out there, whip your ass. What do they have?
Fournier scored 28.
28 points. Come on now.
And Drew Holiday had 18. And he just came back from the championship.
Right.
Rudy Gobert, 14. Who's this other guy? DeColo. He's an NBA reject. He had 13 against them. All right. And then I look at them and it's like Bam Adebayo had 12. We knew Draymond was going to score 2. That's what he does when he plays with
That's his thing.
2 points. Zach LaVine, 8. Damian Lillard, 11. Kevin Durant, 10. They're really missing Bradley. Bradley is a team player. So Bradley, beware. If you ship off to another team like the Boston Celtics, who cousin Zulu is all excited about because he saw some clippings or whatever, and I told him, don't believe the rumors. You know, it's gossip or whatever, right? Tatum went 3 for 9. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can put together, you can get me some NBA players right now, and I can teach them how to play team ball, and we can win that championship. That's what I see. They don't know how to play team. They know how to move off the ball. You know, like I said earlier, go look at some Reggie Miller tapes. Go to a local Y, see them dudes, or go to New York, go to Rucker Park and see how they don't call ball. No one calls ball. You know, you got to play through it.
Yeah,
just wait. They complaining to the ref. The ref is
or even watch Steph.
Yeah, watch
How
Steph.
much running around
Exactly.
Steph does
Definitely
to get
watch
one
Steph.
shot? Yeah.
Yes, that man is the telltale sign.
We
for
used to
that.
make fun of the European teams and say, oh, they brought flopping into the game, all that stuff right there, right? No, right now, they clean that up, and now the NBA players are flopping, and they're playing tougher ball. Did you see the Nigeria, what is it? Argentina? No, who is it? Australia game. Ooh, that was a throwback game to the 80s, Dubs. Chris.
Yeah.
Yo, they were
to the Knicks and the
Heat.
There.
Yeah, they were banging, and Australia won that one. So, you know, and Bradley said it. He was like, yo, they're tougher. They play smarter, you know? So you got to figure it out. Fournier going for 28. There's no reason. If I'm Tatum, I'm like, say what? Yeah, they're teammates.
Yeah, but the other part of this, though, is how much of this is Pop letting the game pass him by, and him possibly being outcoached. Because I did not like his selection to be.
He has no big man. He has no big man.
And he has no big man.
Bam Adebayo is like a little bigger than LeBron. Come on, that's your center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's only 6'9".
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jared.
Not really a true big man.
Jared Allen just got a contract extension. Cleveland extended him recently, and you know they were showing. Oh, by the way, everybody biting. I was watching all the shows today, the different ones that we watched, the so-called the shows, and everybody's saying the same thing I said, which is there's no big man being created over here. Where are they? They show the list on the big board. They show all of them. Valanciunas, this person, everybody's from overseas. Not a single person, big man, is from here. And Karl Anthony Towns is actually Dominican. So, you know, what are we doing?
Hilarious.
What are we doing?
Exactly.
It's AD and him. That's it for the whole league. How did that happen? And all those guys, if you look at them, including Doncic, all of them were up for MVP. And Jokic won MVP. Best defensive player was who? Rudy Gobert. Those are 2 foreign centers. They're not from here. And the next person in line was who? Joel Embiid. He's Cameroonian. So coaches, what is it? CYO, you know, AAU, whatever.
Yeah, call them up.
Start doing your job, man, because you're doing a piss poor job. That's why these guys are lacking. You can put any coach out there right now. He's not going to be able to win. You can put, what's his name? Krzyzewski out there, Coach K. He's still not going to be able to coach them to win because look how Rudy Gobert and the other dude fall. The 7'2" center for France dominated the inside. They couldn't do anything with that. So, you know, pick a better team. How about that? You got JaVale McGee out there. Come on, man. JaVale's even old now.
What is he even
He's a
doing?
wild card. He's too much of a wild card.
JaVale got gold teeth. He ain't even worried about he didn't even play for was it Portland this year? Who did he go? Denver or something like that? He hardly even got any run.
Right.
So that's what we depended on. They gotta get it together.
All right. Moving on from that. Free agency. Who do you see going where? I'll give you 5 names. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and Benjamin Simmons.
I see DeRozan joining the Wizards, and the Wizards staying put with both Bradley and what's his name to ride it out for one more year.
Wow.
Who else wants them? Who else is going to take on those well, not Bradley, but I'm saying your man Westbrook. Who's going to take on that contract? You see his contract? It's going to wreck your salary cap. So he ain't going nowhere. And with no
Especially
jumper,
at that age.
with no jumper, he ain't going nowhere. Bradley, what, going to Boston? What is that going to do? Boston's going to have to give up Jalen. You think they're going to give up Jalen and whatever picks? That's going to set them back. Just so 2 friends can play together. That's not realistic. But you know what? Who's running the team right now in Boston is the idiot who was the coach. So anything can happen. Anything can happen.
What do you think, Dubs?
Yeah, I kind of agree with DeRozan. I could see him going to Washington because Washington's probably the only team dumb enough to pay him top salary on a declining talent.
You're right about that, Dubs.
That could definitely happen. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be DeRozan. I can see the other guys moving as well, but I can't think of where they'd go. I mean,
Lillard, I can see Lillard.
Lillard to the Lakers
probably
makes sense, but also
too much money. They don't have enough draft capital, and they're in the same division. You think Portland's going to let them go to a team in the same division? Nah.
Yeah,
and you know, these guys are crying, kicking their legs, stomping their feet to get released like James Harden. But it doesn't work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some organizations
it did work for James, though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it worked for him, but these guys are like, we'll send you to Miami.
Yeah, he's tier 1.
We'll send
James
you to Miami.
Tier 1.
Right. So
you don't think Dame is tier 1? Are you serious?
Dame is tier 1.
No, Dame is tier 1, but you know, think about how much you're gonna have to. It's just like almost like Watson we talk about. What are you gonna have to give up to get him? Which teams have that type of capital? Because they're gonna be like, you know what? And if I was Washington, I would not let this man go. What I'll do is I'll say, okay, we'll just ride the contract out. Next year we'll start over fresh, whatever. What are we gonna get so much from another team right now? What? You know, we're not gonna be able to get that. What we really want, some draft picks next year from Golden State. Ugh. What do they have this year? 7 and 14. What am I going to get at 7 and 14?
For Bradley.
What am I going to? And you could throw a broken Clay who missed 2 seasons. Nah, I don't want that. That's nothing. So I'm staying put. Bradley, play it out. Sit your ass down. But the rest of that, nah. Who else? You name somebody else in that.
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry. He can go to the Lakers. I see him going to the Lakers.
Yeah, but does he go to any team and drastically improve them though?
Yeah, if he goes to the Lakers, yeah, he would, Pete. Because
he's definitely floor general, and he can take the game over himself.
Right.
And he played the entire season last season. He's he is on the older end, but he still has durability, and he still can. He can make that switch. Yeah. It'd be way better than Schroeder.
Yeah, way better than Schroeder.
Okay, yeah. I forgot about Schroeder. Okay, yeah, I got it.
That's an upgrade right there.
Yeah, it is.
As far as the last guy you talked about, Benjamin Simmons.
The hysteria behind that is saying he will not get draft. He will not get dealt before draft. That's the current rumor. But he's looking to get dealt. They said.
What can you get for him?
They said there's teams interested. It was Timberwolves.
But now you just said draft. What are you going to get for him? Okay, what are the Timberwolves going to give up?
Cavs, Timberwolves, Pacers, Raptors, Kings.
Okay, so they give up D'Angelo Russell. You know,
somebody's giving up the house.
Yeah.
For a
Somebody-
no jumper,
yeah.
Ben Simmons.
For a no
Yeah.
jumper, Ben Simmons. Yep.
Yeah. That's.
Somebody's giving up the house.
I tell you what. No. You know, I just thought about it, and it makes sense now. If I was one team, I'd give them up for this. Sacramento Kings send Fox over to Philly. Because you think about it, that Fox
Yeah,
kid, he's
that
nice.
would be formidable.
That
Yes,
makes him.
I agree.
That pushes him to the next level. And he's the point guard, and you send your man, you know, where queens go to die, whatever.
Career's gonna die.
Yeah.
Imagine Seth Curry, De'Aaron Fox, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris.
Mm.
You can throw anybody else on top of that.
Yeah.
But come on,
They'll give the Nets a run for their money then. Yeah.
Yes,
And
I agree.
then I'm now looking at them, if healthy, knocking off the Bucks for that second.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely.
And draft day, who do you think? Who do you have going number 1 overall?
Cade
Cunningham. You see Cade?
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Thinking
Yeah.
Cade.
Yeah, he going number 1.
And last but not least, there was a trade, as you mentioned, Valanciunas.
Mm-hmm.
He got traded to New Orleans Pelicans for Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe.
I don't know about that. I mean, that's good for the Pelicans, but for
Grizzlies.
the Grizzlies, it's like I wouldn't have made that trade. But you know, where are they going this year anyway? You know, they're not factoring in. Yeah.
Well, that about wraps it up for all my NBA news.
Yeah.
MLB. Dubs, doubles, and double
Love
plays.
it. I love it.
Well, guess what?
Yeah, what?
It's that time.
Oh yeah.
It's that time.
I can hear it.
Hey, batter. So
Swing.
batter. MLB, Major League Baseball, baby.
That's right.
So this is gonna be kind of like that Clint Eastwood old Western movie.
Okay.
Good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay.
I remember that.
We're gonna start out with the good. We're gonna give you some little baseball tidbits. Shout out to my man Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This man at 22 years old is the fastest player to reach 30 home runs within 82 games. 30 home runs within 82 games. Wow. Fastest 22-year-old to reach 30 home runs.
Ohtani didn't do it?
Ohtani is older than 22.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So shout out to Fernando Tatis.
Yeah.
Another shout out.
Yes.
Remember earlier, a couple of months ago, I was ragging on the Dodgers, calling them the Flodgers. And,
I remember.
Well, they've kind of righted the ship a little bit. They're still not in first place in their division. They're only out by like a game or two.
Right.
But listen to this key stat. This year for the Los Angeles Dodgers is the third time in the last 5 years that they have 60 wins in the first 100 games. That's continued success.
Yeah.
The rich get richer. Always.
Yeah. And guess what? They've done it this year with Mookie Betts only playing like less than 30 games.
Yeah, he's hurt again too, isn't he?
Hurt again. He's back on the injured list. Yeah.
Mookie.
Yeah, he needs some of that. He needs some of that. What was her name? Some of that Rosie Perez right now.
Rosie
Yeah, that's what he needs right
Oh
now,
my
boy.
gosh.
Yes. So, remember a couple of weeks ago, we were actually back in May, we were talking about the resurgence of the no-hitter.
Right.
And within the first 2 months of the season, we already had 5 no-hitters.
Mm-hmm.
And the record in one season is 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, guess what? We are now at 7.
Damn.
Ooh, getting close.
Oh, speaking of getting close, we got this close to having number 8 just the other day when.
Where's the hitting gone, man?
Yeah, I know it's bad. It's bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah.
Need some innovation on those coaches, the coaching.
Yeah, these hitting instructors are just, they're not teaching to hit for average. They're not teaching to hit home runs. They're teaching to just get on base. We don't care if it's a walk, hit by pitch, a single, double, doesn't matter. Just get on base, which kind of goes back to what that movie Moneyball. When they were talking about, he put together a lineup that was not predicated on big stats. It was predicated on, well, this guy gets on the base a lot. I don't care that he's hit. Right. I don't care that he's only hitting 100.
Analytics. Right.
Yeah, analytics. So, so we came this close to reaching our 8th no-hitter on Saturday when the LA Angels pitcher Patrick Sandoval threw 8 2/3 innings of no-hit baseball. Oof. 8 2/3. He was 1 out away until the world's most unlikely villain stepped to the plate, and his name is Brent Rooker for the Minnesota Twins, DH. Listen to this. Brent Rooker, this is incredible to me. Brent Rooker broke a 60-year record by having he entered the 9th inning at bat with the worst batting average of any batter to break up a no-hitter in the 9th inning in 60 years. Okay. Guess what his batting average was?
160 something.
Yo, you're giving him too much credit.
You're giving him 0.05.
No.
0.083.
Oh my goodness.
And he breaks up a no-hitter with.
How is he still in the major leagues? He should be in the minors.
Yeah.
I guess the minors is even worse now.
Yes. They are. Yep. So we started out with the good with Tatis and the Dodgers.
Right.
And the no-hitters. Now we're going to the bad, which is the Texas Rangers. Okay. On May 9th, guess what the Texas Rangers record was? 500. 18 wins and 18 losses. Today, at the start of today, their record was 35 wins and 65 losses, which means between May 9th and today, they have gone 17 wins and 47 losses. Okay.
Oof. Sound like our Orioles.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It doesn't sound like our Orioles because guess what?
They're
Even
game
with
better.
that bad record, they are a game better than the Baltimore Orioles.
There's a silver lining. Silver lining.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So here's some other key stats about these Texas Rangers. Okay, and this is kind of interesting. They are on an 11-game losing streak. Okay. Within that 11-game losing streak, there were 10 straight losses without ever holding a lead in the game. And guess what? That ties the longest the longest record in Major League Baseball history. Yeah.
Who's their manager?
I can't remember his name.
Win one soon.
Win one soon. That's right.
You're about to lose your job, whoever you are.
It's unemployment is his name right now. Unemployed in a couple more weeks.
They brought a guy up from the majors. His name is Da Fuck. So we talked about pitching, like the hitting being bad,
right?
And pitching kind of only the hitting. But look at this. This is the opposite. In this 11-game losing streak, their ERA, their team pitching ERA, is 7.47. And in that 11-game skid, here's a record, worse than Major League Baseball since July 10th. And in that 11-game skid, they've given up. They've been outscored by 58 runs.
Sheesh.
58 runs. Yeah.
Collapsed.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. So we had the good, we had the bad, and now we have the worse.
Ugly.
And some people may not consider it the worst, but this is bad enough to me that I'm going to give it my MLB award. Major leaguer with minor league brains. And now this is the collective, because this is
I know what it is.
This is an entire organization.
I think I know definitely what it is.
The MLB doesn't stand for minor league brains. It stands for Major League Bad Name.
Yes, I know what it is. It's exactly what I thought it was. I knew it.
So the Cleveland Indians,
right,
who have been known as the Cleveland Indians for 106 years, have given into cancel culture, and they have decided to change their name to the, wait for it, Cleveland Guardians
of the universe.
Backyardian Guardians.
Yeah. It's like, what is your mascot going to be Star-Lord now? I mean, come on. Yeah,
That's
Cleveland
terrible.
Guardians.
Let it be Thrax or Groot.
And
Let it be Groot. Baby Groot.
Yeah. And so a lot of people wonder, where do they even get Guardians from?
Right.
Do you remember that movie Major League on the that followed the Cleveland Indians?
Right.
At the beginning of the movie, there's great shots of the heads on these sculptures on this bridge.
The bridge, right.
Okay? So those sculptures are called the Guardians. They're actually officially known as Guardians of Traffic. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And people say that there are 2 Guardians, but there are actually 8 because there are 4 facing opposite directions. Okay. Now, there's some history behind it. So the Guardians were actually made by Italian immigrants who lived in the city of Cleveland. So that's a good thing.
Okay.
The bridge was completed in 1932. And when it was first completed, it was called the Carnegie Bridge. But years later, they changed it to the Hope Bridge. Do you know why?
The whole bridge?
Hope.
Okay.
Hope.
That would got canceled.
Mayor and Barry situation.
Yes. Any idea why they changed it to the Hope Bridge?
Nah.
Well, guess what? Our man, Bob Hope.
Oh.
But look, it's not for Bob Hope. It's for Bob Hope's dad, who helped build the sculptures.
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right. There's a little history to it.
Yeah. So now even though this is is on some level just a bad name, bad thing. I got to bring family into it because the bridge itself was put together by an architecture firm known as Walker and Weeks. So the Cleveland Indians get my MLB award for major leaguer with minor league brains. In this case, MLB stands for Major League Bad Name.
Yeah. They could have called them the Rockers. I don't know if that's already taken for one of the AAA teams or something like that. Or how about the Cleveland Cooks?
Yeah. So to kind of wrap this all together and tie it back to football, sometimes having no name is actually better.
I can see right behind you. No fans, no name.
The post up, it works perfectly.
It works
perfectly.
That's
the
right.
Cleveland team. Cleveland baseball team.
That's right. Cleveland baseball team. Yes. Couldn't you have gone to that for a year to give you more time to come up with something? I mean, come on, Cleveland Guardians.
They rushed that.
Yeah, they did.
The logo looks weird too. It's just like a G with wings on the side or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, bad execution, people.
Yeah, man.
Very
So
bad.
that is Major League Baseball once again. Hey,
Yes.
batter.
Swing
Batter.
batter.
Get that
Hey-o.
badass name the hell out of the stadium.
Yeah, they need to go ahead with that. It gets no traction over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all. You know what time it is? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We kind of talked about this already, but let's revisit it in some way. Okay. Has now Giannis Antetokounmpo passed Akeem Olajuwon as the best African NBA player of all time? Whoever wants to take that.
No.
Why not?
And hell no.
That's why.
Because you know what?
What?
I'll take a dream over a Greek freak any day.
Over a freak. A dream over a freak. You're
Over
right.
a Greek
Dream girl.
freak.
Right.
Look.
A Greek freak.
No offense to Gabby.
Right.
You remember Gabby?
I remember Gabby. No
Or
offense.
Barbara Foley. No offense.
I'm sure. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't see that. To me, that's akin to comparing him to LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
Yeah.
He needs to add more. He needs to add more to his repertoire and his game before he can even be considered any great NBA player. He has to improve. Work on his jumper, get his free throws up, maybe get some more post moves. You know, give me something to watch because you already know what you're gonna get at this stage right now with Giannis.
Yeah.
Drive to the bucket, drive to the bucket, drive to the bucket. Like I need some shiftiness.
Euro step.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need some
yeah.
shiftiness added to that game. You got the height, you got the athleticism. Now add some pieces to make you more formidable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then I can consider it. I'm not even gonna put you up there yet. You gotta really make some improvements for me in your game so I can be like, oh, that was a nice move. Like you want to start saying that with a player of that caliber.
Right.
Yeah. You know, when I hear that question being asked, I immediately think about, remember when Akeem Olajuwon came out with all those nasty around the basket moves and the pump fakes
Team
and
shake.
the Akeem shake, and he was making my man Ewing look like dirt.
Shaq too.
He made a young Shaq look like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a thing to watch, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't see that in Giannis yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's worked, but I don't see that in him yet.
Yeah. He doesn't have that down yet. But
Yeah.
Who's to say that he'll never get there when we don't know?
Right. He is only 27.
He's only 27.
Exactly.
I say not until Giannis wins back-to-back championships or 2 more titles, fam. If he doesn't do that, I'm not putting them in the same sentence. So, Akeem, you still have the dream. I was dreaming of Akeem. Yeah, man. That dude. I think about him playing soccer when he was younger, just like Giannis too, but I think he was a goalkeeper too. He just, his defensive skills were just off the chain, man. So maybe Giannis has that of him, defensive thing. But also he was a facilitator from the post because you kick it into him, he'll draw that double, triple team, kick it out to shooters,
right?
And boom. Yeah. All right.
Right. Isn't he still on the team that has the lowest seeded team to ever win a championship?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Mhm.
So take that.
Tell someone else does something like that.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Good point, Chris B.
Yeah,
Good point.
Damn good point. All right, y'all.
Don't come in my face, you'll keep it moving. Yeah, to the K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to the K.
I almost forgot about this one.
Ain't got no time for shucking and jiving.
All right, kicking it. Soccer, football, as they call it in the international world. Tonight, the U.S. men's team faced off against the Reggae Boys of Jamaica in the CONCACAF quarterfinals and were victorious 1-0. Qatar defeated El Salvador in a high-scoring affair 4-3 to advance to the semifinals and will take on the U.S. team. So that should be a pretty good game. Qatar obviously is not from the CONCACAF, but were invited to play in the CONCACAF, I guess because they got money like that. and they are
I mean,
hosting.
World
Yeah,
Cup.
and they're hosting the World Cup.
Clout. There you
They
go.
they need some warm up, but for them to win it, that would look kind of bad for CONCACAF. So, U.S. got to do what you got to do. And Canada, who won 2-0 against Costa Rica. Did I ever tell you that I met the vice president of Costa Rica? And she was like, this is before the pandemic. She's like, anytime you're ready, call me, come on down. And, Costa Rica is your oyster. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll get into that another time. Her name
I'm
is
going
Bar.
with you.
Her name is
Yeah, we
Bar.
get that call too.
Yeah. And she's the most, if you look her up, right, she's the only Afro-Latino with that position as vice premier. Yeah. Yeah, man. We meet a lot of people in this AV world, Chris.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
Definitely. And Mexico beat Honduras 3-0 to advance, and they will meet in the other semifinals. Yeah, Canada and Mexico. So that should be a pretty good one.
Well, Mexico, US. We already know what's up.
You
already know what's
it's
up.
just like Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, US. It's usually that. But who knows? Maybe Canada might pull off something. But for some reason, my man, Alphonso Davies, who plays for Bayern Munich, is not playing for them. I don't know why. Maybe he's sitting this one out. Who knows? U.S. women's team, national team, lost to Sweden 3-0 to start off the Olympics. It seems that the rest of the world has caught up in women's soccer or women's football too. However, they bounced back with a 6-1 win versus New Zealand. So they would have made up for the name.
They made it for the goals too.
They
You dropped 6 goals to somebody. You was mad.
Now it's at 6-4. Do your math. Also, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Ronaldo with Juventus, Mbappe with Paris Saint-Germain, Haaland with or Haaland, however you want to pronounce it, Haaland, who plays for Borussia Dortmund in the German Bundesliga, and Pogba are some of the top free agents this offseason. So, to all suitors from the Premier League, Serie A, Italian League, Bundesliga, as I mentioned, from Germany, Spanish Premier League, and the French League One, break open those bank accounts and get ready for those transfer fees. All right. So,
bank. If I don't know about, I think NBA and NFL make. Those deals is crazy.
Man, I remember my boy was like, "Look, he's Hispanic, right?" He said, "Let me tell you something, Peter. Either my son play football, soccer, or baseball, okay?" Like he put that T out there. He's serving up them pitches right now as we speak. Yeah,
of course.
All right, y'all. Oh, that's right, y'all. We have either or. Yes. Just a Friend or the Humpty Dance. Which was a better song? The Humpty Dance.
The Humpty Dance.
Yes, dude. And both of them.
Humpty Dance. Yeah.
Humpty Dance, yeah.
But everyone knows.
Just a Friend.
Just a Friend.
Everybody knows Just a Friend, but
it got remade.
Yeah,
that's how
in the club. Ooh, I remember.
I mean, yeah,
you can't
club banger, but I'm going
right.
Iconic.
Right,
you can dance by yourself to Just a Friend.
Mm-hmm.
You can't dance by yourself to the Humpty Dance.
I mean, yeah,
you have to be hanging on to somebody with the Humpty Dance.
Well, from a music producer standpoint, Chris B, I understand what Chris B says.
It's Just a Friend, bro. It's Just a Friend for me.
Even though I have the Humpty Dance, because it was.
We used to be in the club with that song on, Pete.
Oh yeah,
I know the bass line go crazy. I understand.
That bass line's crazy, boy.
Yeah.
All right, better player, Kawhi or Giannis?
Ooh. Ugh, that's good. What? Kawhi got what? 2, 3 finals? 2 finals.
2 finals. 2 chips.
2 finals?
2 chips.
He went to 3 finals, but won 2 chips.
But he ain't drop a 50 piece.
Nah, he didn't. And he beat up. He got that second one. Like I said, it's an asterisk beside that one too. Yeah.
I might go Giannis.
Yeah, I think I'm going Giannis.
I'm like, Kawhi fell off for me.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep. Giannis. I got Giannis. Fluky or Chip, the claw in T-Dot, which stands for Toronto, or the freak?
Claw.
Flukier chip?
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah, I got the freak as a flukier one.
Yeah.
What?
1 inch, just a
1 inch
smaller shoe size for KD.
And the other one, you still had Draymond and you still had Steph. This one, you just had basically KD. That was it.
Yeah.
And Kawhi hit a game winner, and Giannis beat KD with the big toe and fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I All right. Who is a bigger threat to stopping the Bucks from repeating? Lakers or the Nets?
It's obviously Nets because they're going to come across the Nets in the conference.
That's a
they gotta get past them to get to the championship. So like Lakers probably gonna be waiting.
That's a good point. I was just looking at something else, but yeah, that's a good point. All right, better coach, Budenholzer or flunky Frankie Vogel? Because Jason Kidd's gone now. Who's gonna hold your nuts? I personally, it's a draw for me. So y'all got I don't know. I struggled with it too much, man.
The only so two coaches that won recent chips are
Frankie the flunky and
no. The only Frank Vogel's problem
Booty Bodenholzer.
Frank Vogel's problem was offense. That was it. If they can figure or find somebody that can facilitate or do more and add more to that offense, they're fine. So I'm going Booty Holzer.
Yeah. Booty.
I think you convinced me of that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you take in a street fight? Tristan or Lamar Kardashian?
Lamar can take a punch.
They beefing over Chloe, right? Chloe, I'm sorry. Sorry, Chloe. You said Lamar can take a punch?
You saw him in that exhibition match or whatever.
Yeah.
He survived. He survived assassination attempt. Apparently, a drug overdose. Yeah. But right now, I'll take Tristan. Tristan got.
Yeah, I'm taking Tristan too. He at the gym. He's still in the gym.
Yeah,
he's still actively in the
NBA. He'd be out one punch. Woo, be gone.
Yeah. Tristan.
Yeah, man.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's the same feces. We're just dumping it in another commode, y'all. Y'all know how it goes. We're almost at the end. Let's rush it. Crash dummy of this episode. Y'all gonna love her. Lorraine Graves. Y'all know her? You heard of her, right?
Oh, it sounds
was busted on charges of accessory to murder after she went on the Facebook page of the Tulsa Police Department most wanted list to post an inquiry about reward money for a tip that would lead to her capture.
Oh, yep.
A Jane Doe on Facebook
to get the money.
A Jane Doe on Facebook tried to put her onto some game by posting a warning to her saying, "Girl, you better stay off social media. They can track you." The woman who called the poo-poo I mean, come on, man. Oh my god. People, this social media stuff, man, people's dry snitching on themselves and all that, or wet snitching. I don't know how, but I stay off social media, y'all. If you don't know how to operate that joint.
If you're a criminal, just don't.
If you're a dumb criminal,
stay
off of it.
Don't go online.
Criminal.
Don't post a status. Don't post a story. Don't tag anybody.
Just don't do it.
Just the best criminals are the ones that don't get caught.
Right. Not the ones you find in jail.
Exactly.
They're like the smartest people I know in jail. Well, why do they get caught? All right. The woman who called the popo on her Roomba because she mistook it for an intruder. You heard of that? She came home. She was like, damn, she saw something going on. She's like, she thought it was feet moving across the floor. She heard it. She called 911. They came up there with guns out, everything, ready to, shoot the Roomba up.
So hold on.
How old was she?
So let me guess. Let me guess. The Roomba was black.
It definitely was. That was good.
Oh, she went in there. Look, the officer's face.
She first asked questions later.
You know what the dude? Didn't even open the door. He just saw it go across the door. He had his gun out. He was like, "Man, do you have one of those mechanical cleaners or whatever, vacuums?" She was like, yeah, I got a Roomba. The dude was like,
Holsters weapon.
You done lost your mind. What you smoking? Also, the two customers, oh, you're going to love this stuff. I don't know if you saw it or not, but the two customers at the Washington Nationals ballpark concession stand getting their hot dogs and nachos to go amongst the gunshots and chaos.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
They were like, can I get my order before I leave? I'm like, damn. You were jumping, ducking, or whatever.
I know bullets is flying, but I did put this order in and I did pay for it.
Yo,
so can I get a box?
You know what?
Them nachos cost a lot of money too. Them hot dogs at them concession stands.
And depending on how their day went before that moment, you know what Eddie Murphy said, you know, if you homeless, you broke, you get a crack. You that's the best damn cracker I ever had.
Right. I want to know. To all of them. Y'all, I invented a new word. Oh, this is the jokes of the episode, y'all. All right, I invented a new word. You know what it's called? Plagiarism. Yeah, there you go. But I want to tell you, what did the bald-headed dad say to his family that bought him a comb for a gift? Thanks. I'll never part with it. Hey-o!
That's good. That's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. That's what I got for that. All right. So it's sad to say it has come to the end again, my friends. No! This is how we do it. Oh, yeah. It's that time. A lie has many variations, but the truth none. Also, the truth runs marathons and lies run sprints. Let that marinate. Men lie, women lie, others lie. Popovich lied. Yeah, he did. Mega billionaires, Bezos and Branson lied. I mean, if they're astronauts, then me and you, Dubz, we're bona fide porn stars, right? I see it. Even the Dalai Lama and the Pope and Mother Teresa told some lies, but never has a ball on my eyes. Shout out to my man, Rasheed Wallace. And big ups to Doyle Mitchell of Industrial Bank, serving the Washington, D.C. and Prince George's County, Maryland communities since 1934. And Mary Bazzini of Godman Power in Springfield, Virginia, with the Godman Grid solar power generators. Power to the future, y'all. And to Yes We See Fashions, to clothe and unite us. That's yes in 3 languages, English, Francais, and Espanol. And to Richie Rich and his Parkables, PARKERABLE.com, with the P Clarence Challenge, as well as the PGC Tribe, and that stands for Prince George's County, Maryland. And big ups to Brother Fatari with his healthy cane and coconut. Fresh pressed sugar cane and coconut juice. So go to cane-coconut.square.site to place your orders. And also Aline and Joe of Storytime Productions. And last but not least, D2 aka DJ Swig and Swig Entertainment. And like fans at the Washington Nationals, DC Nationals, I should say, Washington Ballpark, who realized that pop was not fireworks, that pop left over from the 4th of July celebration. And the Phoenix Suns CP3 campaign, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and again, for the 2nd straight year, Jay Crowder. And Olympian Bradley Beal, and Coco Gauff after testing positive for the COVID-19 virus. Damn. And after some smoking, after smoking some toad venom. Y'all heard about that? Toad venom? People are smoking toad venom now. Yeah. We out! The Bahamas on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Bahamas! Hey.
Toad venom?
Toad venom, y'all.
What is it? Was that the new drug craze or something?
I'm like, They're smoking all types of stuff. Apparently, the chick from what's his name? Flip or Flop. The guy was married to her and then they divorced. The blonde hair and I think the guy,
Christina.
Right. She got on social media talking about, that's what she's smoking now. So my man was like, oh no, you ain't gonna be watching and she did it with her boyfriend or whatever. So my man just flipped off or whatever. But I got one question for the people out there.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
You know that was stolen from us, right? I'm gonna send y'all the video. They've been hacking our stuff and stealing stuff from us. So all you people out there, stop stealing. Come up with your own shit, right? They played, are you not entertained? Are you not? I'm like, oh, man, for really? That's how y'all going? And I'm looking at his views. It's like 89,000 views. I'm like, whoa, they're biting like hell, man. But anyway, we're gonna catch up with them sooner or later in these streets or, in a back alley somewhere. Anyway, fam, it's been real. I'm glad we had another one under our belt. Can't wait for the next one. GPS fans, can't wait to see y'all on the next episode of the 500-pound gorilla in the Zoom. Suckable. It's over, yo.